Hey guys, Candace here, and sorry if it's a little dark. Um, so I'm making this video just to share a little bit of my fitness journey or revelation, you may call it. So, um, October 28th, I took my son on a field trip, and my son's 2.5. Well, he'll be 2.5 in December. He's super duper fast, very, very active. And I was finding myself a little short winded trying to keep up with him. And it was that day that I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. I need to do something about this extra weight. Now, just to be frank with you, as it stands today, November 15th, yeah, November 15th. Now I have about 20 pounds to lose, 20 to 15 pounds. But on that day, I had about 30 pounds to lose. And um, I said, you know what, I'm gonna. It's so funny because if you're familiar with my channel, then you know. But if this is the first video that you're watching, then you may not know my story. But I actually have a health and wellness business, but I wasn't practicing what I preached, and that was one of the reasons why I wasn't excited about my business because here I am being an advocate for healthy living, but I wasn't walking the walk. I was just talking the talk, right? And that's not to say that you have to be super duper skinny or a fitness model to be in a health and wellness business, but it does say that you do have to be committed to living healthier. Because how can you speak about something that you know nothing about, regardless of whether you're at your goal weight or not, unless you educate yourself on how it is to be healthy, and unless you begin to feel healthy yourself, um, then you can't be an advocate for it, right? It's like essentially you're being a hypocrite. And for me, it wasn't really aesthetically. I didn't like how, I mean, I didn't like how my clothes fit me. And but it was more a feeling. I didn't like how I felt. There were times where I would be asleep at night and my whole abdomen area, my stomach area would feel like it's on fire, and it would wake me up. And I would try to drink water, to make myself feel better, but it was a more internal, you know, feeling like it was horrible. Come to find out, um, I wasn't releasing toxins as often as I should be. So essentially, my whole digestive system was basically just overloaded because I was eating a lot of starchy foods. I was eating a lot of sugar. And when I say sugar, I don't necessarily mean taking a spoon and putting sugar in coffee or tea or something like that, but I mean eating things that have a high sugar content. And these are things that they're like ninja sugar keepers. That's what I call them because you would never know. So even like a Chobani Greek yogurt, if you look on the back of that, the back of that label, you'll be surprised at how many grams of sugar is in that Greek yogurt. Not the plain. I'm talking about like if it's a flavor or what else? Things that you think are so healthy that you would never guess have a lot of sugar, but they do. And so I, I educated myself a little bit, and I took some pieces from the Atkins program, how they have different phases. And then I took some pieces from working with trainers who would tell me, no fruit for the first 2 weeks, no sugar, just no carbs, just protein and vegetables. That's it. And that's what I did. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Prior to then, I'd always heard, and you may have heard this too. I always heard like, what's the saying? Um, is 90 or 80% what you eat and 20% what you do. And you're like, yeah, 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 whatever. Well, coming from me, um, there was a time where I worked out every day and my weight never, I got toned, but I never lost any weight. And it was because I wasn't eating right. And for any of you out there who are seeing this and who may have been through an up and down roller coaster like myself, it truly is about what you eat. And it's about educating yourself and following people who look like how you want to look like. And by doing that, and I'm gonna post some other videos. There's gonna be one entitled, sweet doesn't equal sugar. And by following different fitness models and fitness experts, I'm learning how I can taste the things that I like without consuming all the bad things. And so, like I said, I'm going to make a video called Sweet Doesn't Equal Sugar because that's what I thought. I thought that if I wanted to have something sweet, then it had to be sugar in it, or if it was sugar free, it would taste funny. So I didn't want to sacrifice that. Well, you can definitely have what you want, just not all at once. And I got that from Bethany Frankel. She has a book called Naturally Thin or Naturally Skinny or yeah, Naturally Thin. And it's basically teaching you how to eat and how you don't have to starve yourself or you don't have to sacrifice eating the things that you like. You just have to balance it out. You can't be a glutton, especially if you're not working out. You just can't. If you're not working out, you can't be greedy. If you're working out and you want to, maybe have a cheat day where you eat a red velvet cake, then you can do that. But if you're not working out, you can't. You have to pick and choose how much you're going to eat. And you have to balance it all out. So, Bethany goes into that a little bit more where she says, like, if you go ham, pardon the pun, but if you go crazy with breakfast, like your lunch needs to be a salad, with some chicken, like grilled chicken or whatever. And then 9 times out of 10, like your dinner needs to be a lean protein with like lots of veggies because she uses the term a bank account where you kind of have to see it as like every day you get an allowance of what you can eat as far as like calories, but you don't want to be someone that's like, oh my god, this is 515 calories, I'm 15 calories over. You don't want to necessarily be like that, but if